The sunrise breaking, the little bit call, working together, breaking down walls with laughter and love in every task. Living life simple is all that we ask.
Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel. Wiley, you want to tell the beautiful people what we're working on today?
Well, first off, I'm going to tell you, Jen's already missed half the process.
So, I was working on getting the video out that came out today.
Yeah.
So, and he did stuff while I was busy doing that. So, we're trying to work out this whole balance of trying to put out daily content and me having time to put it all together. And Wiley has to wait on me so that I don't miss things, and obviously I'm missing stuff.
See,
so,
that's why I suggested her put a video out every other day, and, you know, in between times do the editing and all that.
I would still miss stuff.
But you know, she just she does her own thing.
He waits till I sit down and I'm doing something, then he gets up and goes and gets busy.
Anyway, so
enough bickering this morning.
You seen us cut down the pine tree the other day, and we went and got a piece of that. I threw it on the mill, and I milled us up a bunch of 2x4s. So today we're going to be, as you guys know, the refrigerator went out on us, so it's junk. We're loading it up and taking it out. There will be a video coming on that later because I've got some ideas that I want to do with this refrigerator, so we'll see how that goes. But we're getting it out of here for now, and I'm going to build a shelf over here to set all of our, what are them called? Solar power banks, to set those on and get it a little better organized because, you know, we've had one on top of the fridge, we've got one sitting over here, the other one just kind of gets moved around where it needs to go. But I'm going to build a shelf where we can set them all on it, and, you know, we'll see how that all works out, but maybe a double layer shelf where we have a little bit more storage underneath, or, you know, something like that. So me and Mikey are in the process of getting this refrigerator out of here, and then clean up this area where we can start the building.
A few months ago, Michael and I used a piece of OSB that we had and a couple blocks to make this shelf thing over here so that at least it wasn't all just sitting on the ground, which is a really good thing because when it rained yesterday really hard, our gravel over here got really wet, and there was actually like a puddle there for a little while until it quit raining, and then it subsided pretty quickly. But we definitely got some water coming in over there somewhere, somehow.
Well, and from the looks of it, my little berm I built over there is good and dry on the back side. So I'm assuming it's soaking into the ground and then coming out into camp. So, yeah, I don't know. That'll be, you know, future us will have to deal with that.
Good thing we used gravel.
Yeah.
And put down that Tyvek so that our gravel doesn't all just turn into mud.
Right. Right.
So that was some forethought that we can thank Bobblehead for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because that helps a lot. Anyway, all right, let's get to work. They're tired of waiting on me, I'm sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Morning lights break, we're ready to go. Out on the mountain where the wild winds blow. With a saw in hand and a hammer in mind, we're building up this dream one cut at a time. There's something about working when it's father and son. Together we're stronger, getting things done. With hands in the dirt and hearts in the sky, we're working together, seeing the reasons why. We're stacking up the wood, laying down the stone, making this place into a home. Every swing, every step feels just right, cause we're building a life under the sunlight. With hands in the dirt, we're more than just men. We're building a future that won't ever end.
Handles might not clear. Oh, there it goes.
There's a rhythm in the work, a song in the land, where the wood meets the nail and the earth meets our hands. Out here we're not rushing, taking our time, learning how to live, learning how to climb. Side by side we're making our mark, sharing the load and a good old spark. With hands in the dirt and hearts in the sky, we're working together, seeing the reasons why. We're stacking up the wood, laying down the stone, making this place into a home. Every swing, every step feels just right, cause we're building a life under the sunlight. With hands in the dirt, we're more than just men. We're building a future flying and the timber strong. This kind of life just carries you along. With every nail set and every board in place, you can see the pride on his face. With hands in the dirt, hearts in the sky, we're working together, seeing the reasons why. We're stacking up the wood, laying down the stone, making this place into a home. Every swing, every step feels just right, 'cause we're building a life under the sunlight. With hands in the dirt, we're more than just men. We're building a future that won't ever end. Yeah, with hands in the dirt, we're building a future that won't ever end.
Just cut 'em off.
Where do they need that?
I mean, just wherever. So 5 foot wide.
Okay.
So you're recording, right?
Yep. Are we still gonna be able to open our doors?
Nope.
We're gonna want that in some time. 5 foot wide.
We'll
Okay.
be able to do one.
Okay.
So we're going to go 5 foot wide, and as what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm going to go 48 inches tall with the first shelf, and then go down 2 foot at 24 inches and make a second shelf. And yeah, I mean, then we'll have 2 shelves here. I'll be able to put power banks on here, kind of get everything a little more organized with our extension cords and all that stuff. And
Yeah, because we need it. And also, that way we'll have place to plug in the laptop, plug in our phones, plug in camera batteries.
Right.
You know, charge DeWalt batteries or whatever. Right now we just kind of have everything just kind of piled up, and it's just a huge mess. So I'm really glad that you're doing this too, Wiley. So it'll make camp feel a lot more.
The only thing I don't know about is, well, I actually think that if we ever do get an actual full-size fridge, we're going to have to go in here and do a little bit of remodeling and put it inside. That way it'll kind of help with the...
Hunter's out there riding on his little go-kart thingy he made. Well, no, it's not a go-kart. It's like a moped. He bought a motor for his bicycle and installed it on his bicycle. I'll let you guys see that after a while. But he's out there hollering something. I don't know who.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Anyway, back to the show.
Sorry for the interruption. Anyway, so... Yeah, anyway, we'll have to do some remodeling inside so we can put it in there. That way it helps regulate the temperature around the refrigerator. I think that might have been part of our problem whenever we had it sitting out here, was maybe in the night it was getting too cold, and, you know, during the summer it was getting too hot. I think it was just, you know, not temperature regulated out here, and it was not a garage-ready refrigerator, so I think it just... put it through the paces too bad. Plus, it was a really old refrigerator.
And it was free.
So, yeah, it was free.
So
we can't complain for the few months that it did last us.
Right. And now, Wiley's got something else planned for it, which I'm excited for him to do. So I'm going to be bugging him on that, because he told me he was going to do it. And now I'm like, that's something I could really use. So.
Well, okay. We're getting boards cut so we can get things started. So we got to get back out there to the boards.
Yep.
Let me tell you how good Mikey is. If you noticed the other day, whenever we was up cutting the pine tree down on our video, I wanted to cut 10-foot logs out of that pine tree so I could cut, have 10-foot lumber whenever I go to mill it up. And look at this, guys. We just measured 5 foot from one end, 5 foot from the other end, so we could cut 2 5-foot boards out of this piece of board. And look at this.
It's only about 5 inches.
So, I mean, that might be 4 inches right there. And all he done was got up on the log and stepped it off and showed me where to cut. He got it pretty darn close to 10 foot, which The little bit extra length is perfect because that way you can square the ends up and, you know, give you a little bit of room for wiggle on you know, cutting your lumber. But that is actually amazing that he got that close by just stepping it off.
Yeah, darn close, Michael.
Yeah.
Good job.
I wonder if the others are that close.
High five, man.
Out in the yard, I've got dirt on my hands. Busted up thinking a heart full of plans. Then old ranch and rusted out kit. I'll make it run on shade tree grit. Yeah, it's shade tree grit. Fixing what's mine with gravel in my soul and hands in the ground. I may not have the finest tools on the list, but I'm holding it together with shade tree grit. Every dent, every scar tells a tale that's tough. I'm making it work when the work gets rough. Not every man sees what I see in this. It's pieced back together with shade tree grit. Yeah, shade tree grit, built on nothing but heart. A job half patched, still a fine art. The sweat in my brow and dirt on my fist, I keep it rolling on shade tree grit. Neighbors stop by, say, how'd you make it run? I smile and say, just a job well done. It takes more than tools or a high-dollar kit. You gotta have something like shade tree grit. When the job's finally done and the engine's alive, I feel a little more drive, a little more pride. From broken down parts to a road that won't quit, she's running strong on shade tree grit. Yeah, shade tree grit, no degree required, just hands on the wheel and a soul that's wired. With grease on the palms and dirt in the mix, I'm building my life on shade tree grit. Here's the depth, every scar tells a tale it's tough. When the work gets rough, not every man sees what I see in this. It's pieced back together with shade tree grit.
Michael's gonna use a chainsaw in the house, y'all.
I'm making it work when the work gets rough.
Brace yourselves.
Every man sees what I see in this. It's pieced back together with shade tree grit. Yeah, shade tree grit, built on nothing but heart. The job half patched, still a fine art. The sweat in my brow, dirt on my fist, I keep it rolling on shade tree grit. Yeah, shade tree grit, built on nothing but heart. The job half patched, still a fine art. The sweat in my brow, dirt on my fist, I keep it rolling on.
You need to teach Michael to say R R R. Like Tim the Toolman Taylor. How are you thinking of organizing all the wires?
I'm not 100% sure yet. That's what I was just sitting here looking at. But I don't know. I think I might mount our heavy-duty power strip across here.
Oh, I think that's a good
where we
idea.
can plug that stuff in. Because we can only run a certain amount of things at the same time. So, you know, we're continually unplugging something to plug something else back in and, you know, things like that. So I think having it right here with easy access would make it a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's my best guess, but we'll go from here and see what we get.
Hunter finally decided to come back. Hey, Hunter. The people could hear you in the background of our video.
Hey, check out my new bike.
Yeah. His new old bike.
It's not old.
Anyway, tell him about it. Talk loud.
Hello. So, I built this bike all myself. The frame I didn't. The frame I got from Wiley. But the motor and everything, I bought a motor kit on Amazon. So it came with everything that was needed to build the bike. It came with the clutch lever, new rubber handle things to make it look cooler. This one keeps on sliding off. I need to glue it on. Came with the throttle and the kill switch and everything. Came with a muffler, which doesn't muffle it out good enough.
Sounds like a weed eater,
You
don't
can
it?
hear it from a mile away.
Literally.
Um,
Came with the chain and
came-
gears and everything, too?
yeah, it came with the chain and a back sprocket and the stuff to put the back sprocket on. I did it all pretty much without the instructions.
Typical dude.
I only had to use the instructions one time, and that was to figure out how to put the throttle on, because I have never seen a throttle that goes inside of the carburetor. So I also want to get a better not carburetor. The carburetor's fine. I want to get a better air filter, because this is just a rag quality air filter. It works okay for now, but I lost one of the screws that go in it. Not when building it, just when I was riding it down the road. I lost the whole air filter actually, and found it and the screw, but I'm missing one still. I also, it's too slick to be riding it right now. I'm still gonna ride it anyway, but it's too slick because I was turning around and I slid in the mud. Fell and slid through the mud. It kind of looked like one of those movie scenes where they like run and duck under something like that. I bought it all myself. It was about $160, and
Was it a good buy? Are you
Yeah.
happy with it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Any last words?
I flooded the engine more than once, but all you got to do to fix that is turn the gas off. You got to turn the gas off and run it and pull the throttle until it starts sucking from the line, and then once it does that, you can turn it back on and it'll work.
All right, cool. Is that all you got to tell the people?
Oh, you also, if you leave the gas on, it'll siphon the gas into the motor and flood it.
Oh, okay. By the way, this is not a paid promotion. We are not getting paid to make this video. This is something Hunter bought and built by himself.
Yeah.
And he just thinks it's cool and wanted to show y'all.
Well, y'all, here we go. It's a whole lot better organized than it was, other than we just had to clean the table off, so we had a place for dinner tonight and all that good stuff, and threw everything down here on the bottom. I'm going to reorganize all my chargers for my DeWalt and my Snap-on and all that stuff. I'm going to reorganize that, hang them up. I've got some little plastic deals that my battery's all set on, so I'm going to hang them up down there. Organize that all up good, and but a whole lot better system. Now we don't have to worry about everything sitting down on the ground and getting wires all tangled up. I've got them kind of ran through where all we got to do is just unplug them and plug them in as we need. So, yeah, there it is. Not the prettiest thing on earth, but it works.
Y'all know we're about functionality.
Yeah.
So, well, is that it?
I guess so.
All right.
As always, guys, work hard, stay humble, and love God.
Amen. See y'all in the next video.